So you may be asking yourself, what in daylights is retained earnings? My friend, let's just say that this is the cornerstone of becoming wealthy, so stay tuned. Hey, Frank Thomas here, and today we're going to be jumping into the topic of the importance of retained earnings. I also love to call this the simple equation. In its simplest terms, retained earnings is the money that's left over once you've gotten paid and then in turn paid all your expenses until the next payday. It's basically what you got left over when that's all done. I know you might say, what retained earnings? Well, that's the whole idea of these 5-minute wealth strategy videos. You can start to generate retained earnings that you can invest. These videos give you an actionable step and a new piece of the puzzle in an easy to digest format. If you watched the previous 2 videos, the first talked about paying yourself first, and the second was reducing your expenses. Today, we're going to tie those 2 powerful concepts together and discover the importance of retained earnings. In truth, retained earnings is where the capital comes to pay yourself first. So let's take a moment to break this down. First, you start to take an active part in slicing out a part of that money pie that is for you to keep. You make that conscious decision to say, hey, I'm going to slice out $100 or 10% or whatever it is, and that's for you to keep. And this is really important. Until you make this decision, you'll forever be chasing the money in life. You will never, and I mean never, catch it. That is a promise. But the moment you decide to put these funds away, your days of chasing money become numbered. And that, I don't know about you, but that's exciting. Also, don't use the excuse, well, I can do that tomorrow. My friend, tomorrow will never come. I used to say that, and all of a sudden one day I realized I turned 57. And I also realized that my tomorrows were becoming numbered, and I hadn't saved much at all. Second, reduce your expenses to a minimum. You should have taken a bit of time to analyze your expenses. This is also vital, and you'll soon see why. You need to make sure that every dollar you spend is working as hard as you did to earn it in the first place. How many dollars do you literally throw away? You spent one of your most limited resources, time, to earn that money, and you've given it away in needless expenses. And it doesn't matter if it's $5 or $500. 3, increase your earning potential. Today I'm going to add one more piece to this puzzle to help you out. Analyze your job and see if you're earning to your fullest potential. Between these 3 concepts, we can build what I like to call the simple equation. And it's simply what you got coming in minus what you got to pay out in expenses. And that gives you the result of your retained earnings, as I mentioned earlier in the video. If you take heart the concept of maximizing your retained earnings with these concepts in mind, you'll be able to increase your retained earnings substantially. Since then, I put these concepts into hyperdrive, and I'm starting to save close to $3,000 a month. And it's my goal to increase these retained earnings to over $10,000 per month. Whew, I'm going to do it. So how long does it take to save $100,000, you might ask, if I'm putting away $10,000 a month? Easy, less than a year, 10 months. And heck, that is better than the 5-year plan that you hear about in a lot of videos. I want to get that $100,000 saved fast so I can make my second $100,000. So it's something to think about. You need to incorporate every strategy you can to boost your retained earnings. The faster you can put this into action, the faster you can stop chasing that money. Oh, it's frustrating. If that doesn't motivate you, then check your pulse. You might just be dead, okay? If you haven't watched any of the other 5-minute wealth strategy videos, you should see links on the screen for those videos. But be sure to watch them and start to get wealthy today. And thank you for joining me in today's 5-minute wealth strategies. Frank Thomas, we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.